It's the 20th of November, and we've got like 100 to 150 acres, depending on how crazy we want to get. But I don't know, I'm just out here looking at it, and it's still a little greasy, slimy on top. I don't know. I'm gonna try it just to see what happens. I mean, the trash, the fodder, and everything on top is plenty dry. It's just I don't know. It's just a matter of if we want to make a mess of things or not. Some people say it's better to do a bad job in the fall as a good job in the spring, but we did there's stuff called meltdown in a couple of the videos. If you saw the sprayer hooked up, all the corn stalks got meltdown sprayed on them, and I think it's pretty popular down in like that Indiana, Kansas, Nebraska region. A lot of no-till farmers use it, I guess. We were told we can rip it after it's been on the stalks for a couple weeks. We debated leaving some of these fields as an experiment. We've taken the mulch finisher in the spring through plenty of standing corn stalks that hadn't had this stuff sprayed on them, and even after 3-4 weeks, the first fields we sprayed, you could see the stalks. I mean, the stuff is working, so we probably would be okay. I personally would just like to get across some of where the cart drove, where the semis did, and if it'll go, it'll go, and if it won't, well, I think we'll be okay in the spring. But let the tractor warm up, we'll give it a shot. Very well, actually. Left this hilltop, and then the back side of the hill is pretty steep for, wind erosion over the top, and side hill, same thing as my last ripping video, so that water doesn't run down it and wash away the dirt and whatnot. So trying to be good stewards of the land, and it's going very well. It's got a little bit more moisture probably than we'd like, but honestly it's not clumping up, and it looks super nice what we're doing here. So we're gonna keep sending it. Our front discs are pretty well all the way up. I don't need them to do a whole lot, and honestly they might hurt me today because like I say, the fodder's dry. I'm getting virtually no slip unless I'm on a little bit of a hill. I go up to about 2% slip. Otherwise it's 0% slip. And I think if I were to put the discs down, it would expose that soil, and my tires of the ripper might want to push a little bit. So I'm happy with the job it's doing with them minimally touching, if not touching at all. So we're just going to keep up like this. This meltdown spray, first year using it for us. It's a new concept. Like I say, we could probably leave it. We have left certain fields or certain hilltops. That mulch finisher with the discs on the front of it goes right through a lot of that stuff. Not really worried in that sense. So you're probably wondering, well, why would you even spray it if you're still going to go out and rip? Well, the benefits of ripping, we're getting ready to the compaction from harvest and all year, the traffic crossing, spraying, whatever it might be. And we're still helping it dry out in the spring. But the ripping and the spraying of that meltdown, they kind of work together. And let me try to turn around here, if I can do that while I'm filming. The meltdown basically helps with the decomposition of the fodder, and so does the ripping. When you put that fodder in contact with soil, you're starting that decomposition and getting those microorganisms and everything in the soil to help break down the corn stalks. Now they can work together. They told us that stuff will still work while it's in the soil, worked up. So it'll still work in the spring. When it gets warm, it'll reactivate. They say it has to be above 40 degrees during the day for it to work. So definitely a new concept, interesting, but a little risky just to go, all right, we're not going to till anything this fall. So we still wanted to work it up, most of it. We are going to try a little bit without it, but yeah, with the compaction of the cart and everything, you'd probably see it in the soybeans next year for sure. We're getting the back half of this field with the washouts in it done. I'm leaving the whole back hill here in the back corner, and then I'm doing the back half because there's a couple just where the water runs that I don't like to work in regardless. They're not aggressive, so it's hard to see in the dark. You can feel them in the tractor, of course, but might as well do them in the dark and pick up and over those. And then in a couple hours, I think I'm gonna get, you know, relieved here, and another guy's gonna take over to keep it going, just to keep it going. I could keep going, but just kind of stay fresh, keep a guy that's rested or eyes aren't worn out sitting in here. And I have plans already. Before I even knew the ripping was going to go today, I had plans. A group of friends and friends of friends that have become friends. We're going to get together and we'll get online, I should say, and play some video games. I don't do it much, but I enjoy when you can get on and play with people that you know and talk to them and kind of hang out in that sense. But on that note, I mean, just make sure people, as we go through these next few months, I'm sure it's going to be rocky and get rockier than it is, and there's restrictions put in place and everything else. Just check on your friends, people. Yeah, I mean, everyone knows, or most of you know, that my full-time gig is being a deputy sheriff, and the first lockdown, or whatever you want to call it, in the spring, you know, a lot of mental health type calls. Take care of each other, check on your friends. We're gonna get through it, you know. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't let your friends or whoever make a permanent decision from a temporary problem. I know it seems intense or a lot. It is serious, but there's nothing that we can't get through. So don't make permanent decisions over temporary problems. So take care of each other, look out for each other, stay healthy, stay safe. Might be, probably the last sunset in the field. Getting her worked up here. There's the center washout. Pick up here, this hill. And I worked up to about there. My windows are really dirty, so I just got to fill in that, and we'll have this field done because we're pretty much to the freeway on this side. But I should be getting relieved here in about an hour, hour and a half, and then there's one more like 25 acre field to do, and that'll pretty much be it for the year. And we'll have her pretty well done here. So there we go, beautiful sunset. We have a couple smaller fields, and then a couple that are, they're not highly erodible, but they're on the verge of it. So I think we've opted to just let that stuff do its job, that meltdown, and we're just not going to work on this fall. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it works out in the spring. I think it'll work out just fine. It's pulling pretty hard down here where the water runs through, and then just the headland here where the grain cart was following me around. We were opening this field up, but pretty much got it here. Probably can hear the squeak, maybe you can't. I got a scraper on one of the blades on the front discs here. I can't quite pick them up high enough to get them to not make contact. So, and it's starting to rub a little more than it should. So, there's not much here left. You can see there. And it's just got to go just over that hill, about halfway across the field. I suppose there's 15 acres left, 15 to 20 acres left with the headlands. I'm going to give the ripper a good walk around before it gets dark. I'm going to check that scraper again to see if there's anything I can, which one it is or why it's doing that. And then I'm going to get relieved here. Just let it be noted that I did not turn my lights on. The relief guy will turn them on. So therefore, I won the light game today. And since it'll be probably our last sunset in the field, I'll just remain the champion until springtime. Walk around complete. He's off and going. There's about 15 acres left of that 55 acre field there. And I came from like a 25 to 30 acre field before. And then there's like another 20 to 25 right next to him here that he's gonna try to do tonight. He'll quit around 10. Probably will be able to get it. We'll see how it goes for him. We just fixed that scraper that kept sliding back down. Got her tightened up good so she won't slide down to squeak no more. So he won't go crazy tonight. But that's it. So we'll see what other stuff we come up with. But for now, you guys have a good night. Be safe as always, and we'll check you later.